The Lightning Collection Fighting Spirit Green Ranger, Tommy Oliver, was released in summer 2019. He came in a 2-pack with a putty, and it was an exclusive to a few places and GameStop. Not much of an exclusive if you ask me. He was first announced during the 2019 San Diego Comic-Con and was quickly set up for pre-order and release. And I mean quick. Even though I'll be looking at these Lightning Collection figures, I want to talk about the characters themselves as well. Today, we're going to be looking at the Fighting Spirit Green Ranger and Putty. The Lightning Collection Dino Thunder Green Ranger. Yes, this version of the Green Ranger was used in Dino Thunder. And the Mighty Morphin Putty were released in a 2-pack. This packaging debuted with the Red Ranger with Dragon Shield and Zeo Gold Ranger 2-pack. Kind of. That one had a special slipcover since San Diego Comic-Con stuff always gets all the good designs and whatnots. The packaging has an image of the Fighting Spirit Green Ranger on one side and a putty on the other. The back of the box has the digital sculpts for the figures. As tradition for this set, I'll start with the Fighting Spirit Green Ranger. The figure comes with 2 heads, the Fighting Spirit Green Ranger helmet and Tommy's head. The head is the same sculpt as the White Ranger except for the ponytail. He has 2 sets of hands, a chop, a fist, a holding hand, and a dragon dagger playing hand. His accessories are the Sword of Evil, the Dragon Dagger, and a green lightning effect for the Sword of Evil. The Sword of Evil looks about right for a figure from this price point, but it has this extra piece of plastic that is nowhere on the actual Sword of Evil. The Dragon Dagger is missing some paint. Compared to the SH Figuarts Dragon Dagger, this version is lacking detail. Then again, the Figuarts version is $40 more than the Lightning Collection solo figures. Also, the soft plastic makes the tip of this one kinda bend. The paint job on the Fighting Spirit Green Ranger is a bit sloppy, but luckily mine isn't as bad as I've seen. Then again, I did have to exchange mine since the morpher was misprinted. It was pretty hideous. I was kind of okay with it until I would pick him up. So I exchanged him, and this time there's slight lines around the mouth area, but it's not as bad as the morpher was. Almost everyone is complaining about the yellow shield and how it should be gold. I don't think it's that awful, but the gold would have been nice, kinda like the gold on the Beast Morpher's Gold Ranger. Another complaint people are having is how the morpher and holster for the Dragon Dagger are wrong. I double checked this, and it's green accurate to the Fighting Spirit. Okay, the morpher should be silver and not white. The articulation on the Fighting Spirit Green Ranger are the same as many modern figures from Marvel Legends and Power Rangers Lightning Collection. His head is on a ball joint, and the ball joint is on a hinge. He has a butterfly joint at the shoulders. His arms can come up and all the way around. He has a swivel at the bicep, a double joint at the LB bone. His wrist can turn all the way around, and he can also bend his wrists. He can do the hula, and he has an ab crunch. His legs are on ball joints. He has a swivel at the thigh, a double knee joint, and a bootcut swivel. His feet can point down and rock side to side. Just like the Kimberly figure, I may have my criticisms, but I still enjoy this figure. Hasbro made a mistake by bringing in the Fighting Spirit thing. No one asked for this, and when people expect the Green Ranger, one of the most popular characters in the entire series, we expect the Green Ranger, not a dreamed up version. So if this is the Fighting Spirit Green Ranger, why is his hair in a ponytail? Well, maybe it's because he had it like this during MMPR, and I guess it's supposed to represent the MMPR version. Also, why did he come with the Sword of Evil? He should have only come with the Dragon Dagger. See, there I go again, criticizing it. I guess it's because I like this figure a lot, but at the same time, I can't help but feel disappointed at something that I had to pre-order and wait for. I took out the 25th anniversary SH Figuarts Tommy, and boy, did I miss that classic Green Ranger helmet. The black holster and the gold morpher, oh man, that looks great. You know what, I take back what I said about the head. The 25th anniversary SH Figuarts Tommy head is phenomenal, but he still looks like he's ready to kiss someone. In the end, I do like the Fighting Spirit Green Ranger, and I'll still display him, even when and if they release a proper Green Ranger. Maybe this time with this hairstyle. The second figure in this set is the Putty. The Putty only comes with one head. He has two sets of hands, a fist, a boulder, a spike or blade, and an open hand. These look great. His accessory is a spark or something. There isn't much of a paint job on this guy. The complaints from others are that his face should be painted, and the overall gray should also be darker. Yes, that is true, but I think that this Putty looks good as is. It's just a personal preference, guys. The articulation on the Putty are the same as many modern figures from Marvel Legends and Power Rangers Lightning Collection. Whoa, deja vu. This time, there are a couple of minor differences though. His head is on a ball joint and the ball joint is on a hinge. He has a butterfly joint at the shoulders. His arms can come up and all the way around. He has a swivel at the bicep, a double joint at the LB bone, and here's something different. His forearms can turn all the way around with no wrist articulation. This is because the arms can pop off at this joint and can be switched. He can do the hula, he has a nab crunch, his legs are on a ball joint, he has a swivel at the thigh, a double knee joint and a boot cut swivel, and his feet can point down and rock side to side. I feel like I've said this before. So it looks like I'm going to be jumping on the bandwagon, and I'm going to agree with all the Fighting Spirit Green Ranger and Putty 2-pack reviewers. They all say that the Putty is the gem in this set. But I do have to say that I am in the minority when I say that I'm glad that we got this Putty in a 2-pack. It's a great way for someone like me to get him. Think about the popular army builders. They are always snatched up, and when you do find them for sale online, the price skyrockets. At least I got one. If they decide to release the Putty as a solo pack, I'll cross my fingers and try to get it, but if I don't, I'm not gonna go nuts. I do enjoy this 2-pack, with an asterisk, as long as the quality on this thing is passable. There's been reports of one splitting while it was being taken out of the package. Then there's the misprinted morpher on the first set that I got. What a disappointment. Overall, I give this 2-pack 3 out of 5 stars. It's not highway robbery, but maybe for some people it can be. Now let's look at the character's origins and a bit of history. Tommy the Green Ranger wields the Dragon Dagger and pilots the Dragon Sword. Although this is the Green Ranger, this particular Green Ranger is from one episode of Dino Thunder, Fighting Spirit. Dr. Tommy Oliver was the Brachio Ranger. He fought the White Dino Ranger and Tommy was encased in amber. Later in the series, there's a meteor, and Haley, Dr. Oliver's assistant, uses its radiation to get the Brachio Ranger out of the amber. But now he can't demorph. Eventually, the Brachio Ranger finds a slime that helps him demorph.
I don't know. It might be that you sort of have
But it also activates his gem, which has the ability to make him invisible. Haley said that she could bring him back, but she didn't have a strong enough power source. So Tommy suggests using the Dino Gem. This overloads the system and shatters the Dino Gem. This makes Tommy visible again, although it renders him comatose. While comatose, Tommy has dreams that he has to fight the Red Zeo Ranger, followed by the White Tiger Ranger, and finally, the Green Ranger. Tommy beats them all while demorphed, and they give him the Dino Gem pieces. He wakes up, and the Dino Gem is back together. The Putties come from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. They are the henchmen made from Putty by Finster for Rita Repulsa. Later in the series, Rita's minions mine Super Putty to create Super Putty Patrollers. These new Putties are supposed to be indestructible. When they're supposed to be defeated, they split into two more instead. They are defeated using the Thunder Slingers. There's a third variation of the Putties, the Z Putties. These Z Putties are Lord Zedd's minions. They wear silver armor with a big Z in the middle. The Z acts as a bullseye for the Rangers to hit, but it can't just be a weak touch. They really have to hit the target hard. Definitely some of my favorite henchmen. I hope you enjoyed my look at the Fighting Spirit Green Ranger and the Putties, and stay tuned for more Ranger reviews.